future is now, brother.
Oh,
Dillian
oh,
Whyte,
oh,
pay-per-view, August 16th, Saudi Arabia. I
oh.
mean, you've been a pro for 2 years. People are talking about title shots already. You got to tell me, how do you deal with all of this so young, so early in your career?
If you guys in America, if you lot all have that energy, I need to visit. I need to visit. Like, oh, I've been doing interviews all day today, yeah, and no one's had this oomph that you've got. Um, how do I do it?
Because I remember being 20, Moses. I couldn't get a job, let alone get off the couch. You might be the heavyweight champion in a year for all I know here. Like, is the pressure not even a thing for you?
Pressure's always a thing, but pressure's a privilege. Pressure allows you to show you your mettle. So, I use this moment to kind of use it to my advantage. And and I'm 20 years old, but I try not to think like a 20-year-old. I'm trying to think like as if I'm where my competition's at. You know what I mean? Because I don't ever want to use my age as an excuse. I didn't beat him because I was 20 years old. No, you didn't beat him because you wasn't good enough. I don't want to use that excuse. So, Dillian Whyte, big fight, and it's if I knock him out, it's gonna be a big statement.
I mean, it's going to be a massive statement. And there seems to be, I mean, you got to get through this fight first. I'm not trying to put the cart ahead of the horse, but like there seems to be a debate right now. Who should get the next shot at the undisputed heavyweight champion? Should it be Joseph Parker? Should it be you? Do you feel like this fight is your audition to be next for the undisputed championship?
I don't like to use the word deserve because you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate.
Sure.
But I do feel like Adji Caballero and Joseph Parker should get uh, a title at the no shot at the title. But also, I'm here to negotiate. So I mean, if I can, if I get rid of Dillian White in a good fashion, and the Usyk fight presents himself, then it is what it is. If it don't, then it is what it don't.
I mean, how much do you even think about that? The idea of stepping in there with the decorated Hall of Fame undefeated champion. I mean, this is like this drive. This is crazy. You're 20, brother. This is awesome.
No, man, I don't think about it. Honestly, like after Usyk knocked out the bar, my phone just people messaging me, people DMing me, people tagging me, people mentioning me. Obviously, Turkey said like all that is good, but I'm here focused on Dillian White.
Sure.
So as of right now, that stuff is kind of like irrelevant to me. But if I go do a number on Dillian White, then the world is my oyster.
Sure. Look, I got to guess that one of the biggest challenges here is that because of your power, you haven't got past the sixth round. You went the distance twice in 6 round fights. You've been blowing away the competition since. How do you know that you are prepared for a potential 12-round war against one of the most battle tested heavyweights of this era?
It's 10 rounds. But
Okay, there you go.
um honestly, brother, I don't know. But I've got confidence in my ability and I've got confidence in myself that I could do it. I don't know where that confidence comes from, but I know that I haven't boxed, but I've shared the ring with guys far better than Dillian. So, um, I guess we'll see fight night.
Dillian's 37, but we never really worry about age in the heavyweight division, especially when you can punch. We know he can punch.
Of
He
course.
has been stopped 3 times by elite competition, all via the uppercut. How much is that on your mind heading into this?
Do you know what? Surprisingly, it's not on my mind because I know that he'll probably think that I'm gonna go in there looking for the uppercut because he's been knocked out and dropped. He's not only been knocked out, he's also been dropped by the uppercut multiple times. So I'm not even worried about the uppercut.
All right, all right. What do you look at ahead of this DAZN pay-per-view main event?
I don't want to tell you
As
too much.
what was that?
I don't want to tell you too much.
All
I
right,
don't.
don't tell me too much, but tell me what is the biggest challenge that comes with facing Dillian White?
Um, I think the biggest challenge coming in facing with Dillian Whyte is also the same thing as facing any heavyweight. There's a possibility you might go in there and get knocked out
Yeah.
because any heavyweight's got the ability to knock out any other heavyweight. So we'll see fight night, innit?
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna see. I'm so damn fired up for this. I mean, come on, let's go. I read that you were a big fan of the great one, Prince Nassim Hamed, as a youngster. How much did he, in what ways, influence you as a boxer?
Like I went through like like spurs of fighters. Like Nassim Hamid was the first fighter I loved watching. Then for like a long period of time, it was Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah,
and then it was Golovkin, and then for a long time it became Lomachenko, then Gervonta Davis and whatnot and blah blah blah. Then George Foreman was one for a long time also. Um, I'm gonna steal this from Mayweather. Uh, I don't want to be like a fighter. I want my own kind of style, my own identity. And my own identity is a mixture of all these fighters. Um, there's fights where I've gone into them and like for example, the fight against me versus Marius Wack, people were saying that I look like the heavyweight Manny Pacquiao.
yeah.
And then obviously when it comes to fights like Dempsey McKean or Mike Balogun, I think that's Moses Itauma style. Do you get what I mean? Like just confusing them. Obviously it didn't originate from me. There's nothing that I do that other people haven't done. It's just the fact that I managed to mix it in so well.
People have called you the best heavyweight prospect in at least 2 decades. What do you think it is about your game that gives you those accolades? That people, the reason why people are saying that?
I I don't know, and I don't want to sound disrespectful, but I don't really care. I don't really pay attention to that because at the end of the day, whether the fans love me, the fans hate me, the fans think I'm the best, or the fans think I'm the worst, it doesn't help me inside the ring.
Sure.
So I just got to do my job, and I let the people talk.
Well, I feel like so far it seems like you absolutely have legit power for this division in both hands. You absolutely have a certain movement that is unique for this division. But my favorite part about your game is the hand speed. Do you think there's a heavyweight alive today that can match you in that department?
Andy Ruiz got fast hands.
True.
Um, he's the only guy that comes to mind, to be honest.
He's got to stay out of the pizza joints, all right, and chicken wing joints. Okay, I love that guy. I want to see him back on top, but
Oh,
that's another story for another day.
yeah.
I didn't mean to throw any Andy Ruiz shade here. Big fan of that guy.
Oh, you think-
Let me talk about your trainer because great young fighters need that mentor behind him. You've got a great one in Ben Davison who has really talked up your maturity at a young age. What is it about that relationship that helps you be this great so early?
Um, I think the relationship with me and Ben is the fact that I trust him as a fighter. I trust him as a coach, and he trusts me to listen to him as a fighter. And I think that is kind of the reason why we work so well because like there might be guys, and I don't want to throw them under a bus, but you might have 10 fighters, they're all trained the same by the same trainer, but they're on all different skill levels. It's like one's talented, one might not be talented, but I feel like the key component is being conscious. When you're in training, some fighters I'm thinking about all this stuff that doesn't matter. Whereas me, when I'm at training, I'm very conscious. I'm very in the training session. And Ben has openly said that um I in the gym am one of the guys that listen the most.
Sure.
Obviously there are other fighters who also do that, but um since I have been with Ben, all my fights have been 1 or 2 rounds, and they haven't been against the worst people in the world. You get what I mean? And that's because I've boxed to a game plan. Obviously, I've got to have a bit of self credibility because obviously I am the person getting into the ring. I am the person killing myself on the treadmill. I am the person obviously getting in the ring and sparring. But I also got a good team behind me.
If you win this fight against Dillian Whyte, like we talked about, I mean, it could double your rising star power, the attention you get. What is the attention you get like right now in the UK?
But I'll be honest, bro, I don't really like it, but it comes with the job, innit?
I mean,
Like,
people see you on the street, they know you, right? They're like, that's the guy.
no, but that's the thing. Like, I've started denying who I am. Like, if someone asks me, "Oh, you that boxer?" Nah, I don't know who you're talking about. Are you sure you're not Moses Itauma? Do you know what? I've heard people call me that, but I don't know who that is. I just deny. I was in JD. JD's like a clothing store that we have
Sure.
here, and a kid. It wasn't a kid. It was like a young adult, maybe like early 20s. Um, he went to me. He was like, "Oh, like, you Moses Itauma?" And I was like, "Nah, mate." And he was like, "Ah, so you look like him." And I was like, "Ah, like, don't know who that is, sorry." Anyways, like he's walked off, and then his mum has come to me, and she was like, "You are that boxer. You are Moses Tama. This is not good what you're doing to people." And it's just honestly like you just have no privacy, and like people feel like you're now like public property. Like I was in a restaurant the other day um with with someone, and two guys came and just stuck a camera in my face while I had a burger in my hand.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
It's not exactly ideal. And like the who I was with, she was like, "Oh, like you got a burger in your hand and they're sticking cameras in your face." And then another guy like came over and just started recording, "I'm here with Moses" or whatnot. And I'm just having my food. Well, I was like, it's this is just obviously the stuff that you kind of not see. But obviously you need to take the good with the bad. If I go
Yeah.
to a restaurant, normally I get treated very well because people know who I am. If I am somewhere where I might need a helping hand and they're like, "I got you, you're Moses, Talma." Do you know what I mean? Remember, let me get a picture. I'm like, "Ah, cool, say no more." So so you gotta take the good with the bad.
I
But
get it. I get it. Let me close with this, and it's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you. You're coming in at the end of what I think is one of the most fun, one of the greatest heavyweight eras of all time. You've got guys like Fury, Joshua Wilder, Parker, Usyk, all at or around age 40. When they first came on the scene and came on top, you were in like what, fourth or fifth grade? How weird is it that you literally could end up fighting all of those guys or a bunch of those guys, and it could be in stadium title fights? Do you pinch yourself? Is that crazy to you?
yes and no. I don't know how the grade system works in America. Obviously, in England we have years, but I remember when Anthony Joshua, when he boxed Dillian Whyte, I was 10 years old. And now I'm boxing Dillian Whyte. Do you get what I mean? But you know, people don't really give me credit because like boxing Dillian Whyte is a big thing. If Dillian Whyte was to box Joseph Parker, that's a big thing. If Dillian Whyte was to have a rematch with Anthony Joshua, that's selling out O2, maybe even more. I'm fighting Dillian Whyte at 20 years old, and people ain't giving me like no credit for that. People are matter of fact saying I'm gonna knock him out in in inside whatever rounds. But it's funny because the same people that think that I'm going to knock Dillian Whyte out saying I'm not ready for Usyk's, Parker's, them type of names, but then they don't think that them type of names will knock out Dillian Whyte in 2 rounds. So it's like it's a cycle of like
Wild.
you
I mean,
go.
you're like a 12-1 favorite, 10-1 on some betting books. That's crazy, but it's what happens when you go 12-0 to kick it off and you get people excited. I'm excited. Saturday, August 16th, the Zone pay-per-view. Big Mo. I don't even know if that's your nickname. I just created it. But Moses, thank you for your time, brother. Best of luck. You're
Thank you
doing
very
big
much.
things.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you.